Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Business Brew. I'm your host, Bill Brewster. I wanted to drop in and give an update. We got an episode in sort of compliance review, for lack of a better term, that should be out next week. I am going to be choppy here for the next few weeks. I'm going on a family vacation to the Chi. What up, Chicago? So that's this week, but next week, the following week, which is the week of June 24th, I will be in New York City because I am helping the CFA Society of New York and moderating a panel on international value investing at the 11th annual Ben Graham Conference. I would encourage you to come out and see the group. I think it's going to be a solid panel, and I just noticed on the website that I do not have CFA after my name. I may get a slap on the wrist, but alas, I will deal with the consequences. The speaker list for that day is quite good. I'm excited to see it, and I hope to meet some of you out there. It should be a good time. Man, I got this cough. For those that don't know, I had COVID recently, and that was no joke. And my public service announcement to you is if you're feeling sick, go to the doctor, especially if you're flu-y. And man, I can't get rid of this. Anyway, I would go to the doctor and I would get Paxlovid, because the only downside to Paxlovid is the aftertaste, and the upside is you feel like a human again, which is a pretty good trade on a risk-reward skew. Anyway, I've bumped into some things in my life that have required some help, and I've reached out to some of the listeners and some of my network, and I just want to communicate how grateful I am that I deserve any spot in your ear. And to the people that have been willing to help me, I cannot thank you enough. And my personal view of life is I have never been the type of person that can sit in a room alone and come up with the correct or optimal answer. I've always been the type of person that when I am in a group and can bounce things off other people and challenge others and others challenge me, it has always ended up getting me to a more optimal answer. And two mainstays in that, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Francisco and Alex, my man, the science of hitting investing. And we're in contact all the time, and I really need that. And some of y'all who I've reached out to recently, and I just want to say thank you very much for being willing to reciprocate to the extent that I'm teaching you. I really appreciate people teaching me. The other thing is I am working on a golf event that it will take place in November. We're working a little bit on a location. I was looking at Pinehurst. The cost may or may not be a little bit prohibitive. We'll sort of see what people say. But reach out to businessbrewgolf@gmail.com if you are interested in participating in that event. I would love to have you. I'm going to do a number of these events. The first one is probably going to be a bit of a test run, and I'm going to be asking for some feedback, and we're going to get this thing ironed out. You know, there's a tension for me on one hand. I mean, if it's golf, I want the brand to be dope, and I want to be at really cool courses. And the other side of me looks at what it costs, and I say, well, you know, there's a lot of really good courses that don't quite cost that much. So I'm going to try to schedule things that I would want to pay for, venues that I would want to pay for, and I think we can do something really cool together. And that's kind of all I got for today. It's been an interesting time to, I don't want to say like be alive or invest, because it always is. I was recently on Value After Hours with Toby and Jake, and we were kind of talking about it. And Toby said, well, when isn't it kind of hard? And I couldn't agree more with that. I think that I probably could have said some things differently, but the nice thing about being on a mic is I constantly find things that I don't think are, that I haven't said well or that I would take back or whatever. So one more example of not quite being precise in a conversation, but kind of wild to see the Mag 7 continue to do what they're doing. I don't know. Will small and mid caps ever get a bid? That'll be interesting to see. Lots to watch. Always is. What a market. Anyway, much respect to y'all. Thank you so much for being a fan. Again, businessbrewgolf@gmail.com. If you are interested in participating in any of these events, I realize some of you are not golfers. I am not really a hunting guy, but we'll find some common ground at some point, and I look forward to meeting you, and I really appreciate your time and your fandom. All right, I'm going to stop being like, I appreciate this, I appreciate that. I just wanted to get on the mic and let you know what's going on. Come out and see me in New York at the 11th Annual Benjamin Graham Conference. Shout out to the teacher's teacher. Until next time, have a good one. Okay, bye.